Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hey.
It's me. Come on, get up. I told you what we were doing. I told you. I warned you not to be lying about all day.
Och, wise up, I'm out enjoying the sun.
Instead of putting them down the drain, they just drink it.
It's prime sun time.
Come on, girls. You know what Rachel always told us? You're not allowed to say no. So get up. Come on. We're going to do a wee warm-up here.
Most people are getting it.
Do we have to?
Her partner, also theatre, got the blue uniform at a
I mean, Rachel did say they always say yes. Fine. But I'm not getting out my jammies. Right, give me a minute.
Right, folks, we're going to start with a wee sample warm-up. So we're going to breathe in, and then when we breathe out, we're going to touch our toes. So breathe in and out. And up, and breathe in and out. Our body now, we're going to start with our head, slowly rolling the body and releasing all the tension and focusing on our breath. So we slowly roll the head and just let yourself dangle, focus on your breath, and then we're going to slowly make a figure of 8, just how Rachel taught us, and then we're going to bring out. So now we're going to lie down and breathe all the tension out of our bodies, all the negativity. So we're going to lie down and we're just going to take deep breaths, breathe into the tension in our body. So right, so now we're just going to get all stretched because we've controlled our breath. So now we're just going to reach up and we're just going to touch our toes. Now we're just going to shake everything out, shake all the tension, all the heaters. Yeah, feel the energy.
So we took inspiration from watching Nikki Harley's videos. We liked how she was spontaneous and we wanted to portray the same sort of spontaneity in our improvisation, as it was really effective when we were watching her videos. We also watched videos that Ant and Dec had created. Even though they weren't together, similar to us, they were still able to work as an ensemble and create a comedic effect. And we wanted to do something similar, incorporating both videos.
So for our improvisation, we decided to focus on games as our improvisation. We felt like at a time that we couldn't be together, even though we did work as a group,
we felt like using games, the most important thing to help us improvise, as our improvisation would really help us come together and work as an ensemble. And it really did. We were able to share ideas. Anytime something was suggested, we went with it. There was no thinking as such. It was just, okay, this is what we're going to do. Everyone do it. And it worked really well. And it helped us rely on each other. We knew we had to rely on each other as groups and make sure that there was an idea, there was a kind of narrative, even though we were playing games, but you can see the narrative throughout. And it helped us look at different kind of ways, different approaches to characters. Because there was 4 of us, we didn't just want 4 people doing the same thing. So you can see the 4 different character types throughout. For example, I was the enthusiastic one, trying to keep everyone going. But really the biggest thing was to create that dynamic with the group and just be able to have like a nice flow of ideas, and that really helped us by choosing to improvise using games.
So I feel like in improvisation that my use of props helped allow spontaneity in my character that I established in my head, because I like on the spot constantly thought with whatever exercise I was doing, how can I add in my props, how can I add the comedic effect that I was going for. I feel like my character was really well established, and it allowed everyone else, we were all fit to bounce off each other's characters because there was a really well established narrative which constantly flowed, and it allowed the improv to keep going, and it never made us stop. Like, we never stopped to think, what do we do next, how are we going to keep going, because it always flowed. So I feel like it worked really well in a group and it's really enjoyable.
I'm going to talk a bit about why we chose to work as an ensemble and how we managed to do it during lockdown. So I reached out to the girls because I find improv a lot easier whenever I can bounce off someone else's energy and respond to something. I think improv's a lot of give and take, and it can be a bit tricky whenever you're on your own. It's not impossible, obviously, but for me personally, I just prefer to have energies to interact with. So reached out to the girls and we decided to do it together, and then we decided on doing the improv warm-ups. So we had the basis of our sketch and we then decided on characters. So we decided that Dervla would be sort of the upbeat party one, I would be the more lazy relaxed one, Cora would be the one who's keeping everybody on track and she's the one who's focused, and Megan's the one who's distracted on her phone. So we kind of based these off what different people are like during quarantine, different personality types and how they cope with it. So we discussed the basis of it, what we were going to do and how we were going to do it, and the characters just helped to really balance out the sketch so nobody was doing the same, but we were all tied together by the same activity. But we had to share this with each other so that we could actually work as an ensemble and have the same energy levels, so that nobody was less energetic, nobody was oversharing. It was kind of very balanced throughout, even though we were all putting our own separate spin on it. We were all connected because we were doing the same thing. So for Cora, she was the leader of it. She was kind of the one who we were following. So it was important for her to trust us and know that we would say yes and we would do what she asked us to do, even though we did put our own spin on it. It was also important for us to trust each other and match each other's energy levels. Social media was really important to be able to do this, to be able to reach out to people through social media, or FaceTime and chat about it, or call and chat about it, just so that we, not necessarily to exactly plan it because it is improv, but more so to know that we were able to match each other's energy levels. I think we did a good job of trusting each other and of saying yes and listening to each other to the best of our abilities. I think it just goes to prove that even though you can't see other people right now, you're kind of stuck inside the house, it is possible to create art, and it is possible still to reach out and have conversations with people and create something that's quite fun, even if you're just stuck in the house.